Alright everybody, welcome back to Banished. I hope everybody had a good holiday and enjoyed their Christmas with their families. This is my first time recording since Christmas, so Merry Christmas to you all. Hopefully everybody had a good one again. So we're going to be jumping right back into where we left off last time and going and bumping up these builders to try to get those homes built to keep our population growing. We do have nomads that arrived at the town hall. We're gonna leave that alone for now. I don't want to deny them or allow them to because we don't really have the space for them, and we also don't have the medicine in case they have diseases or anything, so we're gonna skip that. You know, obviously we don't want to lose the extra people, but I don't want to have the issue of trying to take care of a whole bunch of other people jump in and you know, we end up losing a whole bunch of shit. So we're gonna skip that. We are gonna have an issue with iron, so I am gonna start pumping some people into the minefield. Probably bump down a couple of the stone cutters and just throw them into miners for now until we start getting some more people to replace them. There really isn't a reason for us to to add a bunch of laborers to a bunch of different fields right now. We can leave like 4 laborers or anything. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, why'd you not take the nomads? There's 36, possibly 36 adults that could help out. The biggest issues I'm worried about right now, I don't know what it's going to do, is it could possibly bring measles and Dester, or whatever the hell the other ones are, to the civilization, and we're not outfitted right now to combat that. I mean, obviously, if our own people get contracted with it, it is what it is, but I don't want to bring a bunch of nomads in and then us lose our population, so I kind of want to wait till we get some more stuff set up. Mainly, we get ourselves kind of steady with what we have right now. Obviously, the biggest thing that's going on right now is we just jumped the population up pretty much up by 100 people, so we kind of have to combat the population increase to make sure that we can pretty much survive and we're not losing a bunch of stuff. And what I mean by that, if you go to town hall and you go to the production list, and we'll go ahead and drag this down here to this corner so we can still scroll on that. Last year, the production and the used were almost dead even with food, and obviously if we added a bunch of other people in the mix, we'd have to make space for them, and we just don't have space. So unfortunately right now we're not getting any extra nomads. We'll bump the miners up to 30. Let the mines function and work. We are also going to add another orchard field right here. Like I said, I do want to get about 8 of these bad boys going in around the map with the amount of people we have so far. We might even get 10 at a later point in time. I don't really want to take too much of the space of this forest lodge up. Obviously, we can move it, which is more than likely going to happen. Just move the forest lodge right here and put a stockpile sitting right there. More than likely the stockpile would probably end up being where the forest lodge is right now. I also don't want to impede on the hunting cabin, and then we'll also put another gatherer's hut over here at some point in time. So again, we're just kind of gonna be paying attention to all those things, along with the amount of food stored. I know we did add a couple storage barns to the mix. I'm pretty sure our storage barns are probably going to be full, and we're going to have to add more storage barns, probably a second one down here, as well as adding at least one more over here in this area. Not sure where exactly I'm going to put that. I'm kind of hoping I can fit it right here somewhere. I can actually. That's kind of that makes me laugh a little bit. I can fit it right here. We're going to put that storage barn there actually. Completely random, storage barn just out in the middle of nowhere, but you know, it'll help. And from what I've seen, the pathways really don't do anything besides make it aesthetically appealing to people. So, oh, we don't have a Taylor right there, so let's bump the Taylor up to 2. Oh, there we go. I got a Taylor. So what else do I want to do this episode? Oh, we're going to be getting these homes finished off right here. These homes are pretty much just going to be in conjunction to this side. I don't really want to do too much with this side. Maybe another farm field right over here. I am going to add a stockpile right here also, just to kind of go in coincide with this stockpile. I'm going to do a stockpile over here and then a woodcutter, maybe right here in this section right here, to try to throw him into somewhere where he's not going to be too much in the way. I might end up doing the stone cutter right here, but we did kind of figure out we can fit a pasture right here, which actually, thinking about it, we'll probably add the pasture in here real quick just to have it. And then we're gonna grab this guy. Oh, nope. Okay, so he doesn't have anything for us. So we are kind of gonna be hurting for iron for a little while. We might have to take some people away from different things kind of entirely and really focus on iron, because our consumption of iron is rather needy, and if we don't have a bunch of people to combat that, we're probably going to run into some issues. Food I'm not too concerned about, but obviously iron I am, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I know it's probably going to pose some issues with certain things at a later point in time, but right now I'm not too worried. What else did we just do? The pasture, that's right. Okay, so we're not going to rush into doing anything too extensive. You guys can kind of see the pattern I'm doing here. 5 homes around the farm type stuff, just to add homes in where I can fit them, and then also keep up with the forest lodge needs. We'll probably end up doing a little bit more work down here. I don't want to impede too much on different areas, but maybe a row of some stuff right here on this back end to kind of not hurt the hunting cabin, but also since the hunting cabin is being used. The leather obviously at some point in time really isn't going to be needed, because we are at like 2,000 for textiles, and the textiles, obviously the limit of that is 200, and we have 2,000, so we're probably going to bump the inventory of textiles up to 2,000 over here. Actually, we'll bump it up to 3,000, why not? Bump this up to 3,000. Sorry for the clicking, I know I can just type it in, but I'm already where I'm at so far, so it is what it is. We'll bump the trader up to 3 traders so we can have some more people run around. We got 1 labor. So I think the next thing that we're gonna do once over here gets accomplished is, like I said, I'm gonna add that other woodcutter over here. I'm going to add the stockpile here, and then that won't affect anything. I'm going to add that stockpile here. Yeah, I'm going to add the stockpile here. So we are on that swing like I was talking about. Once the children population kind of stops hitting 50, we're no longer producing as many kids as the adults, which obviously at this point in time we've kind of hit that threshold. I wonder if the nomads are still there, actually kind of interested. No. They moved on. But I know we don't produce enough iron to keep up with the iron. So I was really hoping to see a trader that did iron, and we might get lucky and get one here shortly. But we are a little bit behind iron-wise. I mean, and you know, rightly so. We have been building quite a bit of homes that need iron, and obviously the town hall needed iron too to be built. So you know, everything comes with a cost, and right now we do have a decent amount of tools, so the backup as far as that's concerned isn't too bad. You know, maybe grabbing them nomads might have been nice, but I don't know. Oh. I say we should have leather, don't we? All there? We got plenty of textiles. Where'd they all go? I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure what's going on there. I definitely don't see a bunch of leather sitting somewhere. We got a couple pieces over there. I don't see a bunch. So I'm not sure what counts as textiles in this game right now. I'm not, you know, that well rounded. I'm going to drop the fishermen real quick and bump the stone cutters up again. Obviously, once we get our trader to come in with iron, that will be solving ourselves quite a bit of issues. We'll hold off on the pasture. I think this pasture is going to be, I don't know, I think I might put chicken over here. Use this chicken pasture and split it off. Not too sure. And I know we don't have enough blacksmiths to keep up with the population. That'll be something we have to address and fix at a certain point, but right now we're not too worried about it. will be getting down here at sooner rather than later. Guys, don't think I forgot about this. This is something we will get to. Just at this current point in time, I don't want to put a great deal of stress on everybody in a civilization to try to make something work. The next thing that we do is hit this real quick. Well, actually, we might skip that, and I might jump down here to do that and keep up with what I said. Obviously, the biggest thing is going to be we're going to use this side heavily for homes and all of the storage stuff because of how oddly shaped it all is. We'll use this too for some homes also, plus a stockpile. And then the other big thing is going to be trying to build around the gatherer's hut and the forest lodge. I don't want to take them away and make them obsolete. I kind of want to use the space that they have appropriately and use it to my advantage to get more medicine. We got the trader. Is he the one we need? If I can hold on, pause real quick because my mouse not working. Food merchant. Now, damn. All right, so he's not the merchant we need. Kind of sucks. So we might hit a little bit of a tool crisis, which will hurt a little bit. Obviously, we won't, die from it. It'll just kind of suck for a little while. Taylor. Okay, so obviously, I don't know what. I'm gonna bump this down. Maybe to 500. No, go to 300 and just keep it there. I'm gonna bump the wool up to 2,000. I'm not sure what the textiles are, but I'm assuming wool counts as textiles. 2,000, not 3,000. Again, I'm not sure, so. Yeah, I think I will add chickens over here. Just because I don't really want to touch my pastures just yet. And I will be making, like I said, another beef pasture down there. But I will bump this chicken over here. So it's just a chicken. Split this. And then we'll bump one farmer and put one herdsman up. So that'll be good. I do also want to fill this side out. I want to make use of this space. Although I'm not too sure if I should or just leave that as the forest lodge. I know this hunting cabin isn't doing anything, so that's definitely going to go away. But I don't want to build too many more homes on the just because of the fact we're using so much iron. I don't want to take all the iron we have for tools and put it to homes. I just don't think that's very smart. I will grab, if I can get myself together here, go ahead and grab this. Might be time for a new mouse, judging by this. Drop that there. And that there. And should I do another pasture on this backside? I'm not sure, guys. We might leave that for now. We might leave these sides the way they are, minus adding extra storage barns. Because obviously we're capping out with stuff, and we're going to need more places to put it. so I might end up putting another storage barn right here. Right there. Yeah, what the hell. Another one's not gonna hurt anything. And then we'll need another one down here too. By the looks of it. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with this little peninsula. I think again for now I'm gonna leave it. I know at a pretty soon point I'm gonna need to add another wood cutter. I'm thinking actually if I throw another road right there, I don't know if he'll fit there, but we're gonna see. No, he won't. He'll fit there. That means that I gotta take up that space. We're gonna throw him. We'll throw him right here. Yeah. We'll throw him right there. The wood cutter. That way we got wood cutters scattered about everywhere that we have people at. Obviously again down here is going to be our next target location for expansion. This is probably almost done, yeah. Then we'll be shooting all of those guys over here once that's finished up and taking advantage of this space, this place, plus getting rid of the stockpile, which really isn't even needed now too. I can go ahead and delete that now, and then we can start taking advantage of this area too. We are keeping iron up to about 50. I know we're not getting too far ahead. I know they are still taking iron to all these homes, so that's probably something else that we're combating too, is the amount of people walking stuff different places. So what do we got left building wise? This just needs to be finished constructing. We got some homes that are just waiting on stone, and then obviously we got the barn and the wood cutter. So really we're just waiting on stone right now. Probably take 5 of our wood foresters and throw them on the stone real quick. Like I said, a big thing is going to be once this quarry goes up to get this other quarry over here functioning, and then once that quarry is done, we'll get this one over here functioning too. And I'm not sure if you can build the quarries back on top of themselves. No, you can't. Okay. Build it right next to it though. I'm not sure how the quarries are going to work, guys. We might have to. I mean, this is going to be the figuring out stage of it right now. How the quarries work. Not sure how it works, to be honest with you, because I think to get rid of it, I have to, yeah. I have to destroy this whole section right here. So I'm assuming that once I remove it, I'll be picking it up, and that'll go back to being straight land, since it is a game that kind of makes sense to me. I mean, as far as game is concerned. As far as in real life, obviously, no, when you put a quarry down, the quarry is there for good, and once the quarry runs out, it's just a big crater in the earth. 9 times out of 10 quarries in real life get filled up with water and become ponds or man-made lakes. If you didn't know that, there's a little bit of tidbit information for you. How a lot of man-made lakes are formed. They were once quarries or mines to some degree, whether it was for granite, for stone, for marble, or anything like that. The majority of your countertops that you get are from quarries. Those really big, massive quarries where the machinery people are driving are the size of 4 or 5 story complex buildings. If anybody is interested in that, you can go on to YouTube and type in what would be the best thing to type in for that? Heavy duty mining equipment, or not mining, heavy duty quarry machinery, to see some of those big Caterpillar vehicles, Caterpillar being the name of the company that does it, or that makes them, excuse me. Random knowledge I have from being a construction worker, knowing where all that kind of shit comes from. And you know, the majority of people don't really know where it comes from, just knows that we can get it and get our hands on it. Alright, so I'm not entirely sure we got ourselves stabilized on the mining front, but we definitely are making iron in the shape where we don't have to worry about it too much. I know our mines are going to have to be relocated here shortly. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to put them, because I did structure the builds kind of around the mine shafts. The mines will probably end up having to put one right here, and then inverse having to put another one right here to kind of keep up with it. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen once we delete the item in the area. I don't know if it'll clear the land up, which I want to say probably 2 episodes from now, we'll be seeing that with a test of that one and see what happens. I do want to check this real quick, just making sure that we are producing more food than we're using still, by a small margin. I mean, any margin really, in my personal opinion, is fine. Any margin of production over the used count is amazing, so I can't complain there. Want to see, we do have wool, so maybe that is where all of our textiles are coming from. The amount of textiles we have is really wool and not leather. That would make sense. I'm not sure what the byproduct of cows are. I'd have to err on the side of saying it's leather. I'm assuming, because if you zoom in here, I don't know if they'll end up killing one right now. See if I can find the 21 and the 20. Don't know if they're good. I'm staring at it either. It might be something where as soon as we move away, they do something. cute little baby cows, even though they don't really have too much animation or detail work done to them. It's just kind of a very rudimentary design. But, you know, this game was about looks. It would, well, it wouldn't run the same, I would say that. Yeah, I'd say we're getting some leather out of that. I think that's what that is. But I'm assuming that they don't consider leather and hide anything different, and I'd have to say that that is the fact, that is the truth about that right there. So, and we're doing great on venison. I mean, venison is, we're talking in the thousands of the food count, so obviously the hunters are doing quite a bit of work, and them hunting lodges do really work. So, oh, and we also got done some building, so we'll be taking some people and putting them back into different tasks. We'll go ahead and bump some of the tasks that we stole people from, bump them back up. We are having the children population jump back up again, so again we're still having that influx of people, minus the fact we just added 5 more homes onto the mix. That's not really a big difference, the 2 homes, and we only have 2 kids in them. We're kind of just keeping up with, like I said, 5 homes every 5 years, or a house a year. And if you go to our overview, we have 82 homes right now, and when those 3 homes are finished, we'll have 85. So we built them in the year of 85. So just keeping up with all that. Let's see. What are going to be our next things to accomplish here? Well, like I said, as far as this side's concerned, I'm pretty much done over here, minus filling out some of this area with just another farm and pasture. We'll probably end up going up in here and doing some more stuff on this side, and then obviously traveling over here and doing a little bit of shit on this side. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not really worried about fleshing that stuff out. The easier stuff for us to be fleshed out is right here first. So we're going to go ahead and work all this down, and then obviously that will involve this right here, taking all the stone away. So we're going to go ahead and collect all the stone from this area. That way, once we collect it all, we can continue. Thank you, Alexa. I'm not really sure why you just stopped. I don't think I said your name. We'll pick all that up. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one. When we come back, we'll go ahead and make sure all the stuff gets finished building, and then we'll start figuring out how we want to expand down there. So, alright guys, catch you later. Thanks.